Good morning, Rabbi. Hi, David. Put your head out of the screen. Ah! Shkoyach, thank you. We could do it again. Yeah. Whew, that was rough. Rough start to the week. Good morning, Rabbis. Everybody together. Welcome. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Eli Goldstein.
From? Brooklyn. You? Shalom Aleichem. From Brooklyn. Wow. Lanza. Oh, the boys are here. You made it in time for Shachris?
Yeah.
Yivaldik. What a spread. Breakfast today is sponsored by Bagel House. Yisher Koyach. You got to show this on the screen. Thank you. Tonight, if you speak Hebrew, and even if you don't, you're invited to a shir at the Kotel. It's the first time that we're doing something outdoors right in front of the Kotel. We got the plays from Yogi Lashinsky and Sali, the guys from Minarot Kotel. They started the whole Minarot Kotel. They spent, I don't know, hundreds of millions of dollars over there getting the tunnels of the Kotel. It's unbelievable what goes on there. They're still digging till this very day. In fact, he just gave me a private tour, myself and my wife, like a few months ago, and the entire, you know where the whole Birkas Kehanim is, the Rachava, all that is now on stilts, and it's all dug out from underneath. They're digging out underneath over there. They found crazy stuff there. Anyway, if you want to come to the shir, please, it's free, but you have to sign up because the seats are limited. I think there's a few seats left. Could only hold like 200-300 people, that rooftop. Alexander Blickman. Dear Rabbi Stefansky, my name is Alex Leichman, something like that. I attend a school in Boca called TTB. I'd like to start by thanking Rabbi Chaim Aryeh Field, Rav Tesla, for introducing me to MDY. On behalf of the entire MDY community, I also want to express my deepest gratitude to you for all the countless hours and hard work you've invested. I don't know how old this guy is. Probably like a teenager, no? The number of lives he changed, the people he's inspired, and the learners he brought back to Torah study in this era is truly incredible. My day used to revolve around other things, but now it revolves around MDY. You have truly changed my life and the lives of many others. Tomorrow will mark my 102nd day, 102, with MDY. Wow, what a journey. I was initially motivated by the reward of $1,000 for finishing Sanhedrin. Official. But now my motivation comes from a different place. MDY has transformed me, and I no longer need the prize as its driving force. Your wisdom, knowledge, jokes, and the learning itself are what push me forward. That's Fischel's idea. He spent a lot of money getting a lot of people to join the Torah, and he's hoping that eventually, like this guy right over here, Alex Blickman, the shir will transform him and he'll continue on, and Baruch Hashem he is. I'm eager to dive into Makis with a renewed fire for learning and to inspire others to join as well. Thank you for everything. Your devoted student, Alex. Now, the very chashuva official from Baltimore is offering anybody who hasn't learned Sanhedrin with us, anybody that's starting to do Daf Yomi, it doesn't matter. Before it was like you never did the daf at all. $1,000. I think this is a better deal actually, because you made it. I slowed down. There's only 23 daf to Makis. If your child is above the age of 10, and you want to learn during Ben Azmanim, official, here it is. It's on the screen. Official is offering, these are the rules. You got to go to his website. You get a free Gemara, and at the end of the day, you get a free salami, and you get $250. There are rules and regulations, and he's strict about it. You have to check in every day that you did the daf, and you have to watch the shir with MDY. You can't just do the daf by yourself, and you have to, twice a week, I believe, you have to send something in with a WhatsApp. So if you have a child that doesn't have WhatsApp, maybe you can do it on your WhatsApp. I don't know exactly how it works with children. A lot of children have joined Sanhedrin, and you're getting $1,000. But $250, $250, here, this chair right over here. Okay, let's move it over a little bit more. Shkoya. All right, what else do we have here? So it's a way to get people to join. By the way, I didn't realize it's going to make there's a lot of noise. What do I mean by that? There's a lot of emails, a lot of requests about this new art scroll Gemara, the first of its kind ever, where the Gemara, there's the art scroll part, that's not changing. But the page that has the actual Gemara has Nikudas in it, which is a complete game changer for a lot of people. and there's a lot of demand because it's a special MDY edition. I think they might be selling it also as their own. I don't know. Huh? They're selling it. Okay, so they are selling it. A lot of people want to know if they could buy it from MDY. We cannot sell it. Well, we could, but we don't want to. We will give it out to anybody who's part of the shir who brings another person to the shir. Anybody that's in the shir currently and brings another person, then you just go to, where do you go to? It's on the screen, that place right over there. Join DafYomi.com, but there's another website I think for people that are in the shir that they could get. I'm staying anonymous, but let me be vulnerable. Age 40, position Rebbe for over 15 years. Shnai Mikra, never done in my life. It's the first time that I finished Bereshis and Shemois by a daily plan with the Sefer you sent me for free. That was Murad Nakash, who printed a special MDY edition of Shnai Mikra. Just saying thank you. The schus is more than huge. Choking up. That's the end. No name. Choking up. Rabbi Isai, I was going to say it in Mil Shir. I said it last night in Mil Shir because on Amud Beis we talk about Vayikra. It's a perfect time to start Shnai Mikra. Many people say, well, everybody does Shnai Mikra. It's embarrassing. Not everybody. We learned that 90% of the people probably don't do it. They've done it once in their life, sometime in the back. This guy's never done it. It's not embarrassing. Let's go. Vayikra starting. Let's get on it. Rabbi Strinzinski. I'm in the middle of watching today's shir. Rebelli spoke about how Natal Gantz's house burnt down. Had to pause shir and write to you immediately before I get distracted, or GD forbid, change my mind. My heart is broken. I don't know him, but he's a fellow Jew and a fellow member of our shir, and not just a fellow member. He brought thousands of people to the shir. I can't contribute much, but I'd like to contribute something. Everything I have, Hashem is giving to me. Who am I to withhold Hashem's help from someone who clearly needs it more right now? There's some sort of a link to a fund. Avi, you have anything going where people are contributing? Please send it to me so I can offer a little help. A lot of people ask me, where can I send some money there? Now, in the future, I think he'll be okay. But we're trying to do something right now, first of all, to help him out, to lift up his spirits. When I spoke to him a number of times. He burst out crying. In the middle of a conversation, he starts crying. It's a very, very, very hard thing. And Baruch Hashem, people are getting together. We still don't have we tried to get something like Pesach. Get his whole family to Pesach is about $40,000 to $50,000. It's not something the insurance pays for. So these are things, and his wife told my wife, no one has any clothing, zero. They don't have the mindset to go to the store and start buying every kid a whole wardrobe. She has one outfit that she walked out of the house with. He has his pajamas that he walked out, and that's what they're using until this very day. No, I don't know. I guess they got something, but it's like stores in New York are like offering, here, just come take. But so anyway,
someone gave their personal credit card and they went shopping. They could go whatever they needed.
Somebody gave a personal credit card, somebody this, whatever. Listen, if somebody wants to help out, where should they send it to though? People are asking all the time. Like, don't we have is there a GoFundMe page yet? We didn't do that yet. Okay, wishing you a good Shabbos. Maybe we read the Psuris Toivus, Rabbi. You know what? Just send it to MDY, and MDY can probably send it to them, and that's what we'll do and finish. That's the current plan. Dear Eli, I lost count of how many people I brought to the world's greatest daf shir. A guy just called to order Stender. This is Shimi Leafman from Manchester. So somebody called him up to order Stender, and I asked the obvious question: do you daf? He hummed and harried and agreed to join for Makis. He's now patiently waiting for his Gemara and stunning Stender. Bottom line is, you don't need to be a Gershi Rose or Paras Chaim to recruit. It's easy. Just ask, do you daf? Everybody could ask, do you daf? You got to get out of your comfort zone and ask. P.S. Will there be a sighting rebellion in Manchester after the safari? Shimi, Sukkah, Daf, Beis. Our boys are talking about Manchester. Here it is in London. There's a Siyum. Mamish the night before Pesach, I believe it is. There's only 60 spaces available. And Dovar says, people always ask, do you have to finish the Masechta every word? No. Even if you miss a bunch of daf, even if you never daf before and you just want to get to know what it is, what MDY is and who the Chaver are, you are invited, and everybody's always invited to all Siyum, even if you don't finish, even if you have a whole of 5-6 daf. Okay, Rabbi said, himself sponsored by lirfo Shmuel Ben Chaim, Ettel, Yosef, Shmuel Ben Alte Nechama. Oh, by the Grateful family. I forgot to mention that Tuesday, right here, this Tuesday, in 2 more days, is the day I fly to America. That day, somehow, I don't know how it works with the hours, I'll be landing in New York, in New Jersey, Newark, and I'm going to run from the airport to Hillside, right? It's Hillside, somewhere, I don't know, look for the address. I'm going to give the shir on Daf Kuf Vav, run back to the airport and catch my flight to Utah. I'm going to visit my daughter first. Those who wonder, and I'll say this maybe in middle shir again, when I moved there from America to Eretz Yisrael, it was very, very difficult for my family. And one of the deals I made with my wife, we were coming just for a year, said, okay, don't worry, we're going to go back to America for Pesach, because we always do Pesach in my father-in-law's hotel. For 28 years, we've been doing more. It's 30 years, but 28 out of the 30, we were in that hotel. It's a thing for the family. Don't worry, we're going to go for Pesach. And don't worry, we're going to go for the summer. So that was the condition for me to be here in Eretz Yisrael. So I have to go there. Now, I do want to say goodbye to some of you. In this room, look around carefully. There's going to be at least 2 people that you're never going to see them again. Because when I go, 2 people drop out. Do not be one of those people, Menachem Ateh. Look around, say goodbye to somebody. Oh, there's going to be food every day when we're gone, every day. There's going to be matzah on Pesach, there's going to be everything. Anonymous. For that Hatzlacha B'Parnasa, there's going to be food every day. Come watch it live here with the Chevra. I know it's not, but I'm in America. Sometimes, the 80 people over here will have to suffer. The 5 people in Chicago also need me.
The shir in Hillside is open to the public.
What do you think I said? You thought I was gonna?
Make sure that
Oh, the Oilam didn't chap. It's open to the public in Hillside. We want the Oilam to come. 5:30. Larry Cohn, in memory of Yechiel Moshe Ben Chaim, who started learning Daf Yomi at age 70 and continued for 32 years until he was nifter. Mark Ashkenazi was supposed to be on my flight. There was a Havi, but he's going a day earlier to set it up. What do you call it? The advanced team. He's not in the advanced team, leaving Eretz Yisrael a day early. Anonymous for the unity of the Jewish people. Glenn Essence, and with love and gratitude from Wilmington, North Carolina, thank you for enriching my life with Torah. The longest sponsor of all time. I mean, it's just taking me 6 minutes to get through this one. Monthly sponsors, Leah Zechariah Moshe, Leah Zechariah Yosef, Birevach, Tzvi Nissim, Shoshana, Leah, ActualEyes. Cohn sponsors for the month. Yaakov ben Sarah, Mishpachta Lebrach Hatzlacha. Weekly sponsors: Eliyahu Zechariah Ben Chaim, Toiv Marukim, Aaron Yaakov Fink. Eliyahu Fink that was nifted tragically on the 21st of Adar at age 43. I don't know if you heard the terrible. I'm not a person to say, but it shook me up. A woman and her 2 children were walking on Ocean Parkway on Shabbos, and all 3 of them got killed by a car. A lady with a suspended license hit another car, went flying from lady with her 2 kids on the spot. Boom, and the 3rd kid is in critical condition. The little kids. Daily sponsors.
She was an English girl, my wife's class.
In your wife's class? Wow. From London. English girl. Wow. On Shabbos. Walking home from Shul. Elliot Mattingly. The Neshama should have Leah, and everybody should be healthy, and the husband should have chizuk. It's unbelievable. Elliot Mattingly. Leah shows our son. Chaim. Oh, Rabbi Isai. Daily sponsors. Elliot Mattingly. Lili Nishmas, our son Chaim Oren Ben Eliyahu, Charlie Mattingly on his yard side, but his parents, Chaval. I had a video, I wanted to show it, of Elliot talking about how the Daf brought him closer, and the Daf did a lot to him. There's a video he sent, I think, like a year ago. And Shom should have an Aliyah, and he talks about this person went through a tremendous amount. Some people go through such sorrows. His son was nifter, and his daughter was going through cancer treatments, a little girl. MDY Kids Monthly Innovations, Chus for Fischel, Chana, Akiva, Rifki, and Mrs. Stefansky, are the mother of Ushlem for Yehonatan Eitan Ben Baruch. Yehonatan Eitan came to Shir last night, sat right over here next to me. Refuah Shlema for Yehonatan Eitan, he was all choked up. Yehonatan Eitan Ben Baruch. For Schus for Eli and the whole MDY staff to continue to make Torah so enjoyable for so many. In honor of Yossi Klein and Mark Ashkenazi for all the work they do. Rabbi Isai. Lakewood and Brooklyn are on Zoom. So in middle of Shir last night, I spoke about Lakewood. It was Shabbos by them. What is this? This is Lakewood? Wow. Chashuv. Aaron Hirsch. Shalom Aleichem, Rabbi Aaron. Who else is there? Maybe you the Fink is there. Who knows? You never know. Sinner. Where is that? Brooklyn. I see Eli Deichman in the front. Shalom Aleichem. Yavaldik. All right, let's go. Rabbi Yid, over there in Brooklyn, you can take your hat off. We're about to have a good time here. Zakti Gemara, we're holding 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 lines here on the bottom of Kuf Beis, Amud Beis. We're doing Agadata, and we got to move. I have a question. We say this on Motzi Shabbos. We say it a lot by funerals. Yosef v'seiser elyon. And then in the middle we say, Al shachal v'fesen tidroich. Anybody? Al shachal v'fesen tidroich. Tirmois, kfir, v'sanin, ki v'choshak, v'afateyu, asagveyu. What in the world? You say it again. No, anybody? Anybody know what it means? Get out of this chair. You don't belong here. Chutzpah knows what it means. He says the exact translate. Did you do the daf before? No.
He said it last night.
He said it last night. But does he have a art scroll? He's saying it? Okay. Here's a guy that actually understands the words he's saying. Okay, so we're going to see in the Gemara. Achav made David Zoro. No, I said 9 lines from the bottom. Daf Kuf Beis Amud Beis. Chazar, you want me to say? Chazar. Yosef, Achav Lasois, Achav continued to do Lahachas Hashem Elokei Yisrael. We're going to see that they actually tried to anger Hashem. That was their whole agenda. They believed in Hashem, but they wanted to anger Him. It's part of the Avodah Zarah to anger Hashem. And each one tried to anger Hashem in the craziest ways. One had relations with his own mother just to anger Hashem. One tattooed Hashem's name on his bris just to anger Hashem. Crazy stuff. I don't know which one is worse. They're all bad. Look, Mikol Mach Yisrael Shehoy Lefanov. He's worse. He angered Hashem more than all the kings before him. Omer Rabbi Yochanan Shekosav Al Dalsoi Shoimroin. He wrote on the doors of Shoimroin, Achav Kofar Belekei Yisrael. Straight out, me, I'm a kofer in Hashem. Lefichoch Ein Lo Chelik Belekei Yisrael. Therefore, he doesn't have Chelik Lo Elam Haba. Vayevakesh Ezechazio Vayekedu V'Mischabi Shoimroin. Achav's grandson, they were trying to find him. They found him, and Shomer was hiding. Omer Rebbe Levi, Shoy Koider Askaros. This guy is also terrible. Scratch off Hashem's name from a Sefer Torah. Wherever it says Yudke Vavke in the Sefer Torah, scratch, fill in. Menashe, why is his name Menashe? Shenosha Ka. He forgot Hashem. Dova Acher, Menashe, Shehinchi, Es Yisrael Avim, Shebeshemayim. He caused Hashem to be forgotten from Klal Yisrael. How do you know he doesn't get Olam Haba? We're going to see this pasuk later. He did terrible things in Hashem's eyes. Just like Achav Melech Yisrael, like Achav did. We know that Achav doesn't have Chelik Olam Haba. This is the sheet of the Tanakama, our mission, the first mission of Chelek. That Menashe what?
The pasuk is Vayas Asherah.
Oh, that's what it says over there.
Exactly.
Interestingly, Vayas Asherah Kasher also. We're going to actually see that. You're right. It does say that. Vayas Asherah, and we say Hara. Okay. So Tanakama says Menashe doesn't have a Chelik Olam Haba. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Menashe yesh le Chelik Olam Haba. In the Mishnah we have a machlokes. Rabbi Yehuda says Menashe does get a Chelik in the world to come. Shenemar v'yispal Menashe Hashem. When he was in that pot, he davened very hard to Hashem. First he davened to all Avodah Zarah, nobody helped him. Then he davened to Hashem, he said, Hashem, if you don't listen to me, then what's the difference between you and them?
That pasuk also is Vayispael a law. You insert those words.
What, Vayispael Menashe Hashem? Hey, look, this whole pasuk, it says Vayasr Lai. It doesn't say Vayasr Lai. We're going to see. It does say Vayasr Lai, but the Gemara learns later it says Vayachasr Lai. Okay. Omer Rabbi Yochanan. Ushnei Mikrei Chadarshu. You get to the same, from the same pasuk, you get to two different conclusions. Shenemar. Unisatim lezava, l'chol mamlechos haaretz. I'm going to take Klal Yisrael, and they're going to be like shaking. L'chol mamlechos haaretz b'glal Menashe ben Chizkiah, because of Menashe ben Chizkiah. Now, what's because of Menashe ben Chizkiah? You could look at it because Menashe ben Chizkiah did tshuva and you didn't do tshuva, or because of Menashe ben Chizkiah, such a rasha. That's why Klal Yisrael is going to suffer. Even though he did all these terrible, terrible things, at the end of the day, he did tshuva. On top. The reason why Klal Yisrael is going to suffer is because of Menashe, because he didn't do tshuva. So we have machlokes in the Mishnah. Did Menashe do tshuva or not? Omer Rabbi Yochanan. In other words, the Tanakam of our Mishnah that says Menashe doesn't have a chelik l'olam haba. Mirape yedem shabali tshuva. He's causing the hands of Bali tshuva to be weakened. The Tani Tanakh made the Rabbi Yochanan. Menashe also tshuva. Shloishim v'shalish shanim. Menashe did tshuva for 33 years. The Chsiv ben 12 Shoshana Menashe ben Malchai. Menashe was 12 years old when he became a king. In 55 years he was a king. But yes, Asherah here, you see? So it says Ara in parentheses, you take it out, you put Asherah, Asherah also Achav Melech Yisrael. So he did terrible things, Avodah Zarah, like Achav did. Kama Malach Achav, Esther retired in Shnin, so 22 minus 55. Menashe Kama Malach, 55. Daminah retired, you have to take 22 years off, Kasher also. Pashul Tlazim Glas. So now you're left with 33 years. So, says Rabbi Yochanan, this is a big chizuk for all people that do averos. And you say, look, if Menashe, who put avodah zarah in every single furrow, every field had avodah zarahs all over the place, avodah zarah upon avodah zarah, and he did the most terrible things. He killed his own grandfather. He's a terrible person. Killed thousands of people every day. Yidden, for avodah zarah, and he did tshuva, and Hashem accepted his tshuva. So every person could. How many people do we know, especially people that were born from, and they go off? They have this thing. They say, look, how can I do tshuva? I did this. Whatever you did is nothing. Is a 0.5% compared to what Menashe did. And Menashe was able to do tshuva. So could you do tshuva. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal, but you could do tshuva. Hashem said it's tshuva for everything. Says Rabbi Yochanan, if you don't say that he did tshuva, you're going to make it hard for the. This is a great limud schus for Bali tshuva. Don't say that. So we saw the pasuk before. It says vayichaser lay, but he's learning the pasuk vayichaser lay as if there's a creek sieve. It says it one way. You can read it another way. Hashem listened to Menashe. Vayichaser lay. He dug a tunnel for him. Vayichaser lay mebaya. It should be written by Yosef, which it is. We have to understand what it means exactly. Hashem had to dig out a special pathway for this tefillah to be accepted because Mipnei Midas Hadin. There's malachim there called Midas Hadin, and they see this Rasha Marusha that did all the worst things in Klal Yisrael and brought other people down with him, and etc. etc. And now he wants to do tshuva. So they go there and they swat the tefillah away. They don't let it get to Rebbeinu Shalom. Baruch Shalom had to dig out a special tunnel, whatever these things mean. It's all Kabbalah. Like, why does he need to dig a tunnel? Just take the tefillah. He dug a tunnel. He's vayichaser. In other words, he enabled Menashe's tefillah to come up, and he listened to that. There's a few people on this side over here that can't answer this question. This is a pre-thing. There are 4 categories of people that don't have a chelik leilam haba. And you can remember it with the word chashmal. Anybody want to take a guess what ches is? Ches. Chanifim or chanfanim. What's shin? Shakranim. Very good. What's mem? This is a hard one. Misapri lashon hara. Something more like this. Oh, v'amar Rabbi Yochanan. Mishur Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai. My dechsiv bereshis mamlechus Yoyakim ben Yoshio. It says in the beginning of Yoyakim's kingdom. Uchsiv bereshis mamlechet Tzidkiya. In the beginning of Tzidkiya's kingdom. Why does he use the word bereshis? And believe it or not, the word bereshis doesn't appear in Tanakh. It appears once by bereshis, and it appears right over here in these psukim by these kings. Bereshis. What does it mean, bereshis? Why are they the first kings? The Gemara says a beautiful pshat. It's not stam that it says bereshis over there. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to destroy the entire world because of Yehoyakim. So now you understand why it says bereshis. The world was supposed to be destroyed, gone. Now there's going to be a new start. Hashem says no. So he looked at that generation and he cooled off. He wanted to destroy, now it's the reverse. Before he wanted to destroy the whole generation because of one person, the king. Now he wants to destroy the entire generation, and what saved them? The king, and he cooled down. But the Gemara says, but wait a minute, Tzidki was also not so great. It says he did the bad, he was bad in front of Hashem. It says Gemara, no. He was a good person. He did great things. What was wrong with him? He could have made a macha. You see, it's a good thing to make a macha when you need to make a macha. Sometimes you have to make a macha. Sorry, I have to apologize for making a macha. Maybe you don't have to do it berabim, as the Gemara says, but you have to make a macha. People, I say this all the time. People say, "Nah, it's not proper. It's not polite to make a macha." We have a chiyuv in the Torah to make a macha. Now, sometimes it's not the right situation, or the right person, or maybe it's not the right generation. But there's a chiyuv to make a macha, and he didn't make a macha, and for that he's called Vayasar Rabbi Hashem. But he's a great person. I'll say this story. I said it last night, and the Olam said they never heard me say this. I'll say this. I'm sure you guys heard. I said it when I was a kid in New York. No, I wasn't a kid. Maybe I was 15 years old. We davened in a shul on Avenue F, and there was a young Yosef. He was, I don't know, 13 years old, and he had a daven for the Amud, and he was messing up. You know, it was bad. It was a hard Shmuel to hear. You know, as a kid, didn't know how to read so well. So an elderly guy screams out, "Kick it out and siddur. Look inside the siddur." Kid, sir, he gave him a hard time. So after davening, my father went over to him and said, "Entschuldigt, this is a Yosef. He just lost his father. You think he wants to daven for the Amud? He doesn't want to daven for the Amud. He's forced to daven for the Amud. Let's be nice to him." So the old man looks at him and he says, "Di kleine Rotzer di." You, Rotzer means nozelet. How do you say nozelet? The green, the snot. You snot face. You little snot face. You're gonna tell me how to talk to the Yosef? That's what he tells my father. I'll never forget this. Die kleine Rotzer. You little Rotzer. There's a kid, the person that went through the lager, he went through the Shoah. So certain people, you know, maybe you shouldn't be moicha, a guy like that. My father's not the type of person to step down, not to be moicha. You have to be moicha. Where was it that? Yeah, when I was at a shtibel here. This was years ago when I stood down in the shtibel in Bet, and a guy davened a very long Shemona Esrei. I don't know if it was very long. A bunch of people finished, and they wanted him to start the chazan. So they start, no, but he was davening. The chazan's going and going, and the oil was like, you know, they're getting nervous, Nancy. A guy walks over to the chazan, lifts him up, and chucked him a few feet. I'm not kidding. Chucked him and Burichatu Hashem. So I was so upset. I was like, okay, I was also, you know, I wanted to get going, but to lift the guy up like that in front of the whole shul and whoop. So I was planning to go over to the guy and like tell him a little bit, and then but another guy went over to him after shul and gave it to him. So I was like, Baruch Hashem, Zocha Nasa Malachta Yedei Acherim. Somebody else is moicha. I don't have to get involved because you don't want to be moicha, a guy that lifts people up and throws out. He might lift you up and put you on your head. I don't know. He's like. I used to daven there, even though one night I davened there, and there's like, I don't understand why they're not starting. There's 10 people that finish Shemona Esrei. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I realized they're not counting me. I don't have a beard. I'm out of it. Seriously. It happened to you too? Mamish like that. They're not counting us. You're a guy. We don't count goyim. And I kept on going back there. People are watching this and he's making this up. It happened to you. Happened to you, right? Say.
Yeah, happened to me. Born and daven there.
Who? For the Amud there. Wow.
They didn't ask you to daven, I promise you. You just took the Amud.
No, I asked them because no one was going. Everyone was going. No one was going.
Okay. Ish chacham nishpat esish evel v'rogaz v'sochak ve'ein nochas. Yeah, that's okay. Ish chacham nishpat esish evel v'rogaz v'sochak ve'ein nochas. He got upset and he laughed. Ve'ein nochas means, and there's no fear. Omar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ko'asti al Ochaz v'nosativ biad malchei Damesek. I was upset at Ochaz, and I gave him to the kings of Damascus. Zibach v'kiter leleheyem, and then he went and he did Avodah Zarah. So what does it say here? Because Baruch was upset, so he punished him. He put him down. He put him in Damascus, and he thought, okay, that's going to help him. Sometimes Baruch puts a person down to wake him up. It didn't work. He went and he did Avodah Zarah. Shenema v'yizbach le'kedam dar mesek hamakim boy. V'yom Yechiel, hey malchi arom, hey ma'azrim moisam. They're helping them. Lohem ezbach v'yazruni. If I do Avodah Zarah, they'll help me out. Mim hoyu loy lachshi loy l'chol Yisrael. The opposite. They were stumbling block to him and to all of Klal Yisrael. Sochakti mamatzia, says HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I laughed with the matzia. V'nasati malchi adam biyadai. Here's the reverse. Sometimes you have to uplift a person. You put him on the top. He beat all the kings of Edom. Nevertheless, when he's on top, he also bowed to the Avodah Zarah. Shenemar vayachrei boy amatzio me'akoisis adoimim vayavos elehei b'nei seir v'yamidim lo elehim v'lefnei mishtachave v'lohem yekater. So what do you see, Rabbi? You see, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives a person different choices. First, there's one way to do it. Hashem puts a person down, gives them tremendous tsaris, and he expects the person to do tshuva. So the person says, no, if I was in a better matzah, if I had all this money and I was wealthy, then I wouldn't do all these averes. So Hashem takes the other king and he puts him on top of the world. He beats everybody, he has everything, takes all their loot, he's wealthy, he's there. No, now do tshuva. No, if I was down, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave me big zets, then I'll do tshuva. Now I'm. So in other words, it doesn't really matter. These are all excuses. What your matzav is doesn't matter. Hashem tries it all out, and he's showing you here. Why does he put you down? To wake you up. But some people don't wake up. They don't take the sign. Fine. That's what people say. You cry to somebody that doesn't know. You smile at somebody that doesn't know. Woe to the person who doesn't understand between good and bad. The master who doesn't understand between good and bad. In other words, some people don't realize the good, the bad. They never get the hint. When Hashem is good to them, they don't get the hint. Hashem is good to you. Why is he good to you? So you do tshuva. Look, I love you. I'm giving you. That doesn't work. Poof. Zet. No, now do tshuva? No. This is, check this out, this place right over here, where the Sanhedrin sit in the Beis HaMikdash and they discuss the halachas. These are the G'dolei Olam, right? The beers, the whole thing. What happened? In that exact spot, that's where the enemy sat right there in the same spot and discussed the war plans, how to destroy Klal Yisrael. In the place, check this out, in the place where the master hangs his beautiful weapon, the lowly shepherd takes it off and instead hangs his jug. In other words, we have the Sanhedrin in the Beis HaMikdash, and then these clowns, these terrible enemies, they come and they sit in the same spot. Simon, as they bottom leisuna, Omer Rav Chizda, Omer Rav Yirmiyah Baravo, Ma'id of Siv. Al Sedei Ish Otzei Lavarti. What? I didn't say it. Toman Kul Baraya Kultei Tala. Oh, Ba'asir Demari Tala Zaina, in the place where the master hangs his weapon. Tamon Kul Baraya, this shepherd Kultei Tala, he hangs his jug. Simon as they bought him leisuna. Omer Rav Chizda, Omer Rav Yirmiyah, Ma'id of Siv, as they Ish Otzei Lavarti. On the field of the lazy one, I went by. Vakerem Od Chasar Leiv. Person that doesn't have a heart. An entire field is full of thorns. Kosu Ponim Charulim is full of nettles, whatever. I'll show you a picture of it soon. And the wall of stones was ruined. As the Ish Otzel Avarti, what does it mean? Zeh Achaz. As you're going to see on Amud Beis, Achaz was lazy. Why? He stopped Torah learning and he stopped the avoid in the Beis Hamikdash. Vakerem Odom Chasar Leiv. And the vineyard of a person who's heartless, Zeh Menashe. He took out Hashem's name from the Sefer Torah. He decided that there should be no more avoid in the Beis Hamikdash. And it's full of thorns. Zeh Amain. Amain. He made sure that there's no karbanos on the mizbeach. It's like as if cobwebs on the mizbeach. Chosu part of charulim. This is charulim, Rabbi Yisai. Nettles, not nestles. Nettles, charulim. What did I say on the other day? Sharpenel. instead of shrapnel. I said sharpenel. It's another one. Now I'm going to get a license plate. Sharpenel. Kasabanim charulim. Yayakim said, we don't need you, we don't need your son, we have fluorescent lighting, we don't need you, who are you? So that's Yayakim. V'geder avanim there says it's Tzidkiyahu, and the stone wall was destroyed. The stone wall is referring to the Beis Hamikdash. There are 4 categories of people that don't get Shechina. I don't know if it means that they don't have Elam Haba. They don't see Hashem. They don't see Him through the what?
It says even though they have Elam Haba.
They do have Elam Haba, just they don't see the Rebbeinu Shalom Elam Haba. They're not zoicha to view Him from the Speklaya Meira, Speklaya She'ena Meira. Okay.
Nosebleed seats.
Nosebleed seats, then they'll see. You can still see from there. They don't see. Kadleitzim, those who take important things and they put it down. Kachakronim, those who like. Kadchanefim. What's Kadchanefim, Rabbi Isai? You're not allowed to tell someone that what he's doing is right. Don't worry about it. What you did is okay. It's Seder Gomer. Give chizik to the bad guy. Who are you allowed to be machnef? Who could you be machnef to? Are you allowed to be machnef, let's say, to somebody you owe money? You're a great guy. I heard that you extend loans. You don't want the loan right now. You have a good heart. Be machnef to him, so he should be nice to you. Are you allowed to be machnef to your own wife? You say yes? She says yes. Some bias. You're allowed to be machnef. What about a Rebbe? Are you allowed to be machnef for Rebbe? What do you say? You do it all the time. You machnef her a lot.
I plead the fifth.
So the Aruch HaTzadikim says you're allowed to be machnef people as long as they're not Rishayim. The Isser is to be machnef a Rasha. Shalom Aleichem, Avi. You came to learn some Torah? What is that? What's Minyam Liyam? So walking?
Yeah, from the Mediterranean to the Kinneret.
Did you do the daf while you were doing it? Really? No, where are the pictures? Prove it. Kat Chanefim Kat V'Savi Lashon Hara. Kat Leitzim Nesiv Moshach Yoda Is Leitzim. Moshach Yoda Is Leitzim. No, there are people, seriously, I'm thinking now, there are people that do leitzanis from tefillah. What does it mean, leitzanis? They make a mockery out of an important thing. There's one thing to talk in shul, there's another thing to laugh out loud, to scream from one side to the other. If you make that's leitzanis, to put down an important thing. So, Moshach Yodis Leitzim says, Mefurish in the pasuk Leitzim, let's. Kachakronim, D'chsiv, Doiver Shkorim, Lo Yikon Lenegedeinoi. Says Mefurish in the pasuk Sheker. Kat Chanefim, D'chsiv, Ki Lo Yid Lefanov, Chanev Yavai. Chanev, something that, how do you say Chanev in English? Flattering. It won't come in front of me, says Hashem. Ki Lo Yid Lefanov, Chanev Yavai. He won't come in front of me. Kav Zav Eloshanar D'chsiv, Ki Lo Eil Chavetz Resh Ata. Lo Yigur Chara. So this has to do with Lashon Hara somehow. You won't have anything bad. And a negaim, like a disease, won't come into your tent. The idea is that you shouldn't have the Yitzhahara. And you shouldn't have a bad disease or whatever in your tent. What does that mean? A person is out of town for a very long time, and he finally comes home, and when he comes home, his wife tells him she's a Suffolk Nida. Now, if his wife told him that she's a Nida Vadai, he wouldn't have a problem. Okay, it's Mina Shamayim. Okay, finished. But when she starts telling him that she's a Suffolk, what goes through his mind? But maybe it's not. He starts being Moira Heter, and that's where he could be Nichshal. You shouldn't have any bad. You shouldn't have any bad dreams. It's one thing if your son goes off, but if he does it in public, it's very embarrassing. Even if your Talmud goes off and it's in public, it's embarrassing. This is Shlomo HaMelech's father giving him a bracha. David HaMelech. From here on out, it's Bathsheba, not out. For this little bit, it's his mother. The malachim should watch you on the way. They'll take you on the leaves of the palm tree, so you shouldn't have to step on any stones or whatever. Al shachal v'fesen tidroich. Rabbi say to remember this for the rest of your life. When you say this every Motzei Shabbos, shachal is a lion. You shall step on a lion. Just step, crush him. Fesen is a python. Pesen. Now, over here the Sephardim make a lot more sense. Peten, they call it, a python. We would have to say a python. You stepped on a python over here. Kfir is a baby lion. Step on him. Tanin is another type of snake, like a cobra, whatever you want to call it. So again, next Motzei Shabbos. Do you say no? Next Motzei Shabbos, you say, why not? Yeah. Shachal is a lion. We even learned that the 6 Lashonis for lions. Aryeh, Levi, Shachal is one of them. Pesen, we call it in Ashkenazish, is a python. A python. A kfir is a baby lion. And a tanin is a snake. This is mother's bracha. To go over from here. Amud Beis. He desired me, and I delivered him. I elevated him. He knows my name. He's going to call out to me, and I'll answer him. This is amazing. This is, I think, the source for this idea of you should put yourself in a tsar. A lot of people put themselves in the sal against this tsar, like to feel what it means to lose everything. Yeah, insurance in a few months and this and that. But huh? Yeah. Over there it says but in the Mefarshim, I think they take it from here. That's what I'm saying. The idea, Rashi says exactly by Moshe Rabbeinu, he was mistachel from the Chaloin, and this idea of feeling, that's why Moshe Rabbeinu became a leader, because but I believe this is the source. I didn't look it up. I think this is the only place it says it. I'll extract him and I'll honor him. I'll give him a lot of life. I'll satiate him with long life. And I'll show him the Geula. Sponsors. Where is it? Oh, no. I don't know where it is. You'll put it up. Show it to me on my screen, please. The Rishon won't have my light. Held up fist is going to break. No, it's not in here? It's not in? They forgot it. Oh. Okay, so we'll take from another year and put it in there. Adar Global Experts in International Financial Services. Beautiful, we saved some time. Hold on. That's why it's a new month. We'll check this out. This is the pasuk. But the way the pasuk is written, the word Rishon, look at the ayin. It's lifted up. Here, I'm doing it again. The ayin is lifted up. Why? Because it's as if you take out the word ayin. Look what happens when you take it out. It comes Roshim. A Rosh means a poor person. If a person doesn't have any friends down here, or he has a lot of enemies down here, I think everybody has an enemy or two in life, for the most part, right? But if you have a lot of enemies, it's a sign, and that means Hashem's also not happy with you. Why are you not beloved by the people? So that's the Gemara. So why do you need an ayin at all? Just it should say it like this: in honor of David, because David had terrible amount of enemies. So Hashem's saying, no, it's only in the Rishayim. When you're this, you're Rishayim. You're a bad person. That's why you don't have friends. You shake everybody in the neighborhood down. You're a bad guy. Okay. David HaMelech, why didn't he have friends? People are jealous. Jealousy, people that are jealous, there's no takana for a person that's jealous. You all know, you all have people that are jealous of you, right? That guy, there's nothing to do. Nothing. There's nothing. You can be nice to him. You can talk to this. There's no logic. It's a machla. And once they hate you, they hate you. Finish. So a lot of people hated David because of jealousy. Tanur Rabbanim. Menashe Yishoyin Chamishim Panim B'Toras Kohanim. Menashe had 55 different pirushim in Chumash Vayikra. This is where I wanted to tell the Olam, to remind the Olam to start Chumash Vayikra. If you're not doing Shnai Mikra, great time. It fits right in with Daf Yomi. It's a consistent thing. It's something you do every day. The way I do it, you don't have to do it like this. You could do 1 aliyah per day. The 7 aliyahs, great. The way I like doing it, and you're allowed to do it like this, I go from the beginning to the end in one shot. It takes about 10 minutes. Then I understand what the parsha is talking about. And then every day I do 1 chumash and targum, 1 aliyah afterwards. But then it's not a full aliyah because I already did 1. So I just do 1 chumash, 1 targum. Try it out. It's kedai. There's a lot of things that are said about it. It's a good thing. So, listen to this. Menashe was a big Rasha. For 55 years, every year he went and he said a new pshat in the whole Chumash Vayikra. So he had a total of 55 pshatim. And on top of that, he did all his avodah zarah and all his rishus and everything else. Kineged Shnei Machusai. Those are the years that he was a king. 55. Achav Shmonim Chamisha. Achav, the Rasha, had 85 pirushim in Toras Kohanim in Vayikra. Yeravam ben Avat. Me'u Shloisha. We said he was a tremendous Talmud Chacham. He had 103 pirushim. Tayyar Me'oimer. Avshalom, ein lo chelik lo'elam haba. Avshalom, the son of David, who overthrew his father, he has no chelik lo'elam haba. Famous Reb Chaim Shmulevitz, they say that he went to Avshalom's kever, Yad Avshalom, whatever it's called, Erev Yom Kippur. And he said, Rebbeinu Shalom, the worst son that ever existed in history is perhaps Avshalom. He overthrew his father's kingdom. He wanted to kill his father. He actually had relations with his father's wives. Terrible guy, terrible kid. And what happened when he died? David HaMelech had a lot of tsar. Bini. This is 7. Yeah. This is a father to a son. So Rebbeinu Shalom, we're not even a fraction of what Avshalom did. We're your sons. Have Rachmanas Sanas. Bini. So this is Avshalom. Ein l'chelik lo'em haba. Shenem Yaakov was Avshalom ve'imisu. They hit him and they killed him. Vayaku means in this world. Ve'imisu lo'elam haba, in the world to come. How come they not mentioned in the Mishnah? All these terrible kings that did bad to Hashem. Says Gemara, they don't get up by Tchis HaMesim, but they won't get Gehenim. We're not going to judge them. Listen to this, Menashe, who according to Rabbi Yehuda did tshuva and Hashem accepted his tshuva. Listen to this, he was a big murderer. He spilled a lot of blood. Harbi moed ad shemile es Yerushalayim pelepeh. The whole Yerushalayim filled from side to side with blood. So the Gemara says what? Literally what? There's millions of gallons of blood. You need a lot of blood for that. Says the Gemara, no, it's not literal. He killed the Navi, Yeshaya. But he's not just the Navi, it was his grandfather. This is the Rasha. He kills the Navi Yeshaya. We have a Navi Yeshaya, right? The whole Navi that we read. And it's his grandfather. So that's why it's considered as if there was blood from side to side. He had an avodah zarah that you need at least 1,000 people to carry it, but it was too heavy for 1,000 people. So eventually, it would crush them to death. Every day, he crushed 1,000 people. That was his avodah for avodah zarah. Here, avodah zarah, I'm sacrificing 1,000 human beings to you on a daily basis. This is what he did daily. And this guy, we can't call him a guy because Rav Ashi called him a friend and he got into a lot of trouble. He came to him in his dream. Don't call me a friend. I'm not your friend. Who are you? Who do you think you are? This individual did tshuva. He killed everybody. I just want to say Shalom Aleichem. There's a guy all the way in the back, a few people in the back that are new. Shalom Aleichem. What's your names? What's your last name? Yedo? Yalon. From where? London. Shalom Aleichem. A lot of Londoners. Wow. Okay. This is maybe 1 or 2 other new guys that I didn't see. Okay. Shalom Aleichem. One tzaddik is equal to the entire world. Commando Omar Yeshaya Harag. That's where you see that when you kill a tzaddik like Yeshaya, it's as if you killed the entire world. Rabbi, I know it's late, but I got to say this. It's very, very important. Please don't be that guy that falls off the bandwagon during Ben Azmanim. It's Rosh Chodesh today, and Be'ezer Hashem, I'm going to be in America. I want to tell you that's very, very difficult for me. Yes, there's a few fun things. I might go skiing, I don't even know, with my hip and this and that. But it's difficult. It's especially very difficult to sit in a room, in a basement in Utah, with nobody in the room, and give a shir. I know, it's hard. It's hard for me, it's hard for you guys. Please don't fall off. There's going to be hard days. Erev Yontif. Imagine Erev Yontif, 3 daf. I have to prepare, I have to give 3 shiurim in one day in 2 languages. Whatever, we're going to talk about that at a different time. But don't fall off. There's 2-day Yontif, there's this, there's that. It's hard, it's makis. Makis is good. But I'm not talking about the makis part. I'm saying that's 2 daf, and you have to find the time to do it. Don't fall off bein azmanim. Don't. It's going to go by like this. You're going to be back. Yisrael. You left for a little bit. Was it when I left to America? No shaykhs. No shaykhs. Okay. You never left. You're always there. You were in Dubai. Where did you send me that video from? Skiing. Skiing. All right. Anyways, don't fall off. Don't fall off. We're going to do another thing. We're going to look at this room and see who fell off. I'm telling you, 2 guys. Don't be one of those 2 guys. Should we threaten them that if they do leave, what is it called? Shaming. We'll do shaming. We'll have to put the picture up in places. We'll go to your house. Ksiv. Says the Gemara, Pasuk Ksiv Psilim. There was one Avodah Zarah. There's many Avodah Zarahs. This is actually funny. In the beginning, Menashe put Avodah Zarah with one face. Then he said, no, Hashem might not see it if he comes in from a different direction. I have to put it in a way that Hashem sees it from all directions. I want to anger Hashem. Achaz put it in the attic. It gets worse and worse. Menashe put Avodah Zarah in one of the holiest places in the world. Not the holiest, second the holiest, in the Heichal. In the house. That's where he put the Getchke. This is Nervaim. Nobody ever goes into this room. Even when they fixed the room, they went in a box, they couldn't look around. The only Kohen Gadol Yom Kippur, and he puts an Avodah Zarah in Kodesh HaKadoshim. Shenemar ki kotzer hamatzah. The couch is short, mistorea, to stretch. V'amaseicha, and the cover, tzara, is short, kiskanes, to bring it together. What does it mean? Mikey kotzer hamatzah mistorea. It's hard to put 2 beings in this one room. In other words, Hashem and the Avodah Zarah. It's unbelievable. So the Gemara learns the word tzara. Instead of being narrow, it means like a tzara in Yivamis, like a second wife. Have a kabachi, you would cry. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was able to take the waters and make a nice pathway in the middle of the Yam Suf. He's going to put this cover, this getchke is going to make him feel uncomfortable. Ochaz was a Rasha. He stopped avoid in the Beis Hamikdash and he closed off the Torah. Shenemar tzur tuda chasoim Torah b'limudai. Menashe choder saskars v'azar samizbeach varas samizbeach. Menashe ripped out the Shem Hashem, and he also destroyed the Mizbeach. Amain serves the Torah, and Amain burnt the Sefer Torah, burnt it, like a Nazi. V'helo shemamis al gabi Mizbeach, one pshat is a cobweb, the other pshat I really liked, he put a monkey on the Mizbeach. He wanted to really upset the Rebbeinu Shalom. To me, I always had this big pella, and you see this, they saw things that we weren't zeicha to see. I think to myself, if you saw a fire come down from Shomayim, come down. You saw it come down. Isn't that like HaKadosh Baruch Hu, like b'chvaydu b'atzmai? So how do you go and break that mizbeach that the fire comes down? You see a straight pillar of a smoke. You know it's a nest. You know it's einoi mavadoi. It's not like, oh, I heard from my father. I see it. I saw something that's not natural. Yet I go and I go against them. I don't know. So the answer is, look, Klal Yisrael saw Kriyas Yam. So they saw this. They saw everything, and then they made an ego. It's hard to understand. How do you get used to something? You saw with your own eyes. If you saw somebody said Shem Hashem and this table went up to the ceiling and came back down. When you say, I saw with my own eyes.
What do you mean? We live in Israel. Every day is a miracle.
Oh, but I can answer that. I could say, you know why the 250 missiles didn't hit a single thing and not a single Jew died? Only one Arab over there. You know why? Because we have the defense system. Everything I can answer. Everything. If I don't want to see the nice, I don't see the nice. But a certain Nissim you cannot ignore. If you see a fire coming down from heaven, I can't say, oh, it might be a certain device. He has too much electromagnetic this and his then it came down. No, certain things you can't. I don't know. You are right. There are Nissim v'neflois that we lived through last year and this year. Mamish Nissim. How many missiles came in that day? 300 missiles, ballistic missiles and everything. Nothing.
It was a year ago today, the Iranian thing.
It was a year ago today.
Today.
Wow, what a kiss from Hashem. What a kiss from Hashem. We got it. We have we're minus. Oh, we have a little extra time because Rosh Chodesh. Okay. Oh, it's Rosh Chodesh. We have a little extra. He's saying we have a little extra time for Rosh Chodesh. Yeah, but this is very interesting. Achaz hiteres erva. Achaz was over in Arayis. He made it like it's mutter. Menashe ba'al achoisa. He had relations with his own sister. I'm going to see why. Amain ba'al imay. He had relations with his own mother. Shenemak yuamen nir ba'ashma. Rabbi Yochanan Birevach chadam shesarf the Torah. He burned the Torah. Chadam sheba'al imay. Amar lo imay. Obviously, she was forced into this, and she's trying to plead with him. She says, "Do you have anah from this? This is zero anah. How can you have anah from your own mother?" I'm trying to upset who? My creator. He called him my creator. Look what's going on here. He agrees that he's his creator. He's not an atheist. He believes in the Rabbeinu Shalom, but I want to upset him. That's the power of Avodah Zarah, which we have no idea what it means. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day. Have a good Chodesh. Yeshar Koyach.